everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. So tonight, it is Saturday night, I really fancy a really nice authentic Italian risotto. In Italy they call it risotto e funghi e piselli, i.e. mushroom and pea risotto. This is the first time I have brought truffle in my life. I've never used it before, I've eaten it, so yeah, I'm going to give that a go tonight. So first up, put your heat on high and we're going to put a bit of oil in the pan. Little swig of olive oil. Cut up half an onion, so this serves 4. Half an onion, I'm using a white onion. Just quickly chop it up into small pieces. Risotto is come from northern Italy. And don't be afraid of carbs and white carbs. Carbs are great. Risotto and rice has a lot of vitamins and minerals in it, particularly brown rice. It has a lot of B vitamins. Stick your onion in the pan. There we go. Now with risotto, it's always great to use a wooden spoon so you don't break up the grains of rice like you would with a metal spoon. So put the onions in, give it a little stir. Another note on carbs actually. Carbs converts serotonin, the happy hormone, into melatonin, the sleeping hormones. It's really good, essential for sleep as well. So it's always nice to have carbs before bed. And then we've got 320 grams of rice. It's short grain, semi-rounded, perfect for soaking that lovely stock, and it goes into a really nice creamy texture because of all the starch. So add that in. So what we're doing now is we're coating the risotto rice into the oil. Make sure that it's all coated in. Now, where is the white wine? So, I love putting white wine in risotto. It perfumes the dish. So you just want a little bit. It's not an exact science. It's not like baking. Just put in as much as you want really, maybe about half a glass to a glass. So we'll put this in now. It's probably enough. And now we want to turn it up a little bit, so it's on the maximum now for my stove, and we want to get the alcohol evaporated but it still perfumes the dish. So just put that in and let that bubble a little bit. It smells so nice, that lovely white wine flavour. I believe a good risotto is always cooked by ear. It's all about listening to the rice until it's absorbed all the moisture and wine or stock you're putting in, and knowing when's the best time to add the next ladle of stock. So it's kind of absorbing the rice, it's going well. I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit because a risotto should never boil, it should just simmer gently. So it might boil a bit now because there's not much liquid in it. It's absorbing all the wine. Alcohol burn off, so you're kind of left with the nice aromas and flavours. So when that's done, now it's time to add your mushrooms. So I've gone for some dried mushrooms because it has more of an intense flavour. So you've added a bit of boiling water to liven it up. So I've just drained the liquid into the stock ready to be used. It kind of smells, it's got a really unusual flavour. It smells a bit like dried dog food, like that kind of rich earthy mushroom taste. Yeah, it smells a bit weird. So we want to add the mushrooms in now. Give that a little stir. So it's starting to sit. With risotto you've got to constantly stir it. Turn it down a little bit. We're going to add some peas, frozen peas, just as good as fresh. Stick that in. A good chef never waits. Make sure you add all your ingredients in. Give that a little stir. Some mixed exotic mushrooms. Gonna add those in. Look at all the shapes and sizes in there. Now, we probably want to chop these up a bit actually. So I'm just chopping them. Look at this guy. Isn't that crazy? Looks like something of Doctor Who or something. So I'm just chopping it up into kind of bite-sized pieces. So the mushrooms are in. It smells amazing. This is what it looks like. A lot of mushrooms on here. A great vegetarian dish. But you can put whatever topping you want in. You know, it could just be some leftover veggies or something from the other day, and you could just put that at the end. But this for me is my favourite risotto. It's my recipe. So once the mushrooms are in, it's time to slowly add that stock and get that lovely absorption of stock happening. So I've got 1 litre of vegetable stock here. Try and get a decent stock. Add ladle at a time. Okay, let it absorb that. We don't want to flood it and overwhelm it. Remember what I was saying about the bubbling and simmering. You want it to be in a nice gentle simmer because you want the rice to be cooked nicely and you don't want it to be hard in the middle. Use patience, and you need to keep constantly stirring and listening for when the next stock needs to be added, the next ladle of stock. You got 2 of your fibre day in here, mushrooms and peas, but you can really pack it with whatever you want really. Okay, it's time for the next ladle. So the risotto is coming to the end now, it's nearly done. The rice is really nicely cooked. We're gonna grate some parmesan. I've got 30-month matured Parmigiano Reggiano, this one. We're gonna grate some of this. Freshly grated, I love freshly grated parmesan. I'm using quite a big size grater. You can just put as much as you want with this. I quite like a lot of parmesan because it makes it really nice and creamy. So once all the stock's absorbed into the rice, it's time for the final bit. So, bit of butter, as much parmesan as you want. Now the art of a good risotto really lies in this final gesture. What we're going to do is we're going to add this and we're going to rapidly beat it, and this gets a really creamy taste and texture. So here it goes. The heat's off. Add that in and beat it. Really go for it. I'm trying not to spill over the edge, but just do it as fast as you can. It's so creamy and silky. It is looking amazing. Oh, wow, that smells incredible. I'm so excited to eat this now. When you're ready, plate up your dish. Add a little bit of lemon zest. Add a little bit of chili powder. And garnish with some fresh truffle. Best shaven, but if you don't have a shaver, try to cut it as thinly as possible. Now it's time to sit and enjoy what you've made with a glass of white wine. Let's give it a try. The white wine has really nicely perfumed the dish. I love the colour of the peas, the freshness of the lemon. Let's try some truffle. The truffle's actually really subtle. I think in the future I'll add a bit of truffle oil as well. But it's very, very subtle actually.